I know what it's like to be when you gotta fight so hard, because you felt deep in your heart that you were behind and you had to win that round. That's a horrible feeling to have, you know, that's a horrible feeling to have to fight under. So you have to remember never to ever put yourself in that position, because you put yourself in that position. Don't put yourself in that position, you know what I mean, by accident. Don't be in there on purpose, you know. Don't put that, actually, this is where I'm gonna put myself in. But I know that after every fight is a learning experience. I'm sure you're gonna critique yourself later when you watch the tapes and stuff, you know. And every win, regardless of good or bad win, it gives you more confidence, you know? More confidence.
Thank you.
More confidence.
Thank you.
What he did today, that was fighting today, because fighting is endurance. A guy knocking a guy out in 10 seconds, that's not fighting. That's beating him to the punch. You know what I mean? But when you're putting in that time and you guys are fighting, you're thinking, and you're in, like in the last round, what you really were, you were desperate the last round and you wanted to win. Never feel desperate because you make mistakes. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Never make mistakes. Always feel you're ahead and always just do your job. Just concentrate on what you're doing and never just let your feelings get involved. You know, they say never let your feelings get involved, but I'm so emotional. You know what I mean? That's just who I am. I'm an emotional guy, and that's just where I get my passion from. What I've learned late in life that you can change your mind or your life whenever you want to. You could turn into a jerk today. You say, well, I'm gonna be a jerk for the rest of my life. We're all fighters here, but we fight for a living, but that's not who we are. We're playboys, we're gangsters, we're tough guys. We can be whatever we want now. We got money. We can do that. Fighting is a sport. If you're not humble, it's gonna bring humbleness to you. That's why fighting is fun. You know, fighting's not fun when you're getting hit all the time.
Monday morning motivation. That's what the fuck this is right now. All right, look, man, wake up. Wake y'all asses up. And not only wake up, but wake up with the mindset of being better than you were last week. If you wake up this week and you're not trying to be better than you were last week, then go back to fucking bed. Lay your ass back down. People always ask me what I hate. I don't hate much, but there's one thing that I do hate. One thing that I do hate is a talker. A person that talks about what they're gonna do constantly. I'm about to do this. Hey, man, you know what I'm gonna do? Hey, wait till I do. Stop talking. Just do it. Actions speak louder than words, man. Nobody wanna hear no hypotheticals all damn day. Take your hypothetical almost could have happened but didn't do it ass and go sit down. Be a doer. Go shock somebody, man. Show up with results. Are you that type of person? If not, man, then try to become. Message over.
Yo, up early on this beautiful Sunday morning, getting it in. While running, I had somebody stop me and say, Kevin Hart, why are you working out so hard? What are you training for? The answer to that question was not a goddamn thing. I told myself I'm training for myself, brother. At the end of the day, I'm in competition with me, nobody else. I make my own records, I break my own records. I'm trying to be the best person I could possibly be. At the end of the day, every day is the beginning of a new day.
I represent hard work, determination, motivation. I think without a doubt, if anything else, by watching me, it's simply an example of hard work pays off.
That's it.
What you put into your craft, you can get out to it if you put 110% into it. And I'm just an example of that.
I'm on my jog right now. Not the time to stop over this overpass so y'all can see cars going north and south. Well, guess what? I go east to west sometimes. You know why? Because I like to break shit up. I'm a groundbreaker. God damn it. If you're about this life to shake shit up, don't do what they expect you to do. Do the unexpected. That's how winners win. That's how great people become great. Because they do what you don't expect us to do.
In people's lives, there's only maybe a half dozen, 7, 8 categories that really matter. Most people, you know, they major in minor things. They focus on stuff that doesn't matter. They know more about this celebrity going in and out of rehab than they do about their own personal development. But I look at and say, if you look at your body, without that, everything else is out the door. You don't want to be richest man in the graveyard. That's not going to do it. If there is energy, if there's vitality, if there's strength, it's going to show up in your relationship. It's going to show up in your business, show up in your life. That's an area you got to master. You can't dabble. It's too important. Emotions are everything. I mean, you got a ton of money, you got everybody loves you, and your primary emotions are pissed off and frustrated, then your life's pissed off and frustrated. It doesn't matter if you got $1 billion or 1 million people loving you, your life is not great. Relationships, intimate relationships especially. It's where the most juice in life comes from. It's where the most pain comes from most people. It's worth mastering instead of dabbling. You know, really looking at what are you going to do with your time? and mastering your time. Instead of having a checklist, you cross it all off. You can mistake movement for achievement. I want to squeeze out of that time what matters, that creates value for me and for everyone I care about and love. What about your career or your business and the mastery of that instead of dabbling? Most businesses are dabblers. That's why they don't make it.
How many times have you heard, I don't have time? How many times have you used this one? I don't have time, okay? The whole world is using this excuse. It's almost like when we invented clocks and watches, everybody adopted, I don't have time, as the go-to excuse. Next time you have one of your people, subordinates, somebody working for you, okay, say to you, I don't have time to get that done. Or maybe your lawyer tells you this, or your accountant. It can go a lot of different ways. A customer might tell you, I don't have time to see you. This is a go-to excuse by this individual. You're not the only person they tell this to. This person tells this to everyone. I don't have time to do it. I don't have time for the kids. I don't have time for work. I don't have time for a customer. I don't have time for workouts. I don't have time to eat right. I don't have time for anything. It's a go-to excuse the individual has given up. This is running around their head like a rat. I don't have time. I don't have time. I don't have time. I don't have time. They don't even know how much time there is in a day if you're using this excuse. You need to understand, every time you say, I don't have time, you need to say this to yourself. That's my go-to excuse for not making time. That's my go-to excuse for not solving problems. That's my go-to excuse for not being in control of my environment, my customers, my time, my schedule, my day, my life. I don't have time is a go-to. I'm out of control. I'm a victim, and I'm not going to win. Knock it off. You got time, make time, you control time.
How do you stop making excuses? This is actually pretty simple. And I said it the other day, and you have to realize, you have to know, you have to accept that all your excuses are lies. They are lies, all of them. Think about the things that you tell yourself, the lies you use to rationalize taking the easy road. Taking the easy road and leaving discipline behind. Think about them. You don't have time. That's a lie. You don't have support. That's a lie. You don't have the equipment or the gear. Lies. You don't know the best way. Who cares? That's a lie. Or you're too old, or you're too young. Of course you're too old or too young. Lie. And there's, you're too busy. Sure you are. That's a lie. And you're too tired, or you're too sore, or you're just plain not feeling it. Lies, lies, lies. And the list goes on and on and on. And it doesn't stop if you don't make it stop. So recognize the excuses are not valid. They're trumped up. They're conjured up. They're fabricated. They're lies. And how do you stop the lies? You stop the lies with the truth. The truth will set you free. The truth will stand, and the truth will deliver you from procrastination and laziness and the downward spiral that comes with a lack of discipline. So don't believe the lies, believe the truth. And the truth is, you have time. You have the skill. You have the knowledge and the support and the willpower and the discipline to get it done. So cast out the lies, burn them down, and listen to the truth. And live the truth and go out and get it